Okay, the next step, number 9, is be aware before you embark on this journey that there are a percentage of people who have addictive personalities. That doesn't mean that you're going to get hooked on hardcore drugs throughout this process. That would be awful. I'd hate that. Don't do that. But it means that you need to have an understanding. You might think, oh, this journey might be difficult, but once you get into it and you start seeing the results, it's incredibly, incredibly addictive. And I've been through it before. I got to my target weight, and I didn't look in my head as I thought I would look at. I think my target weight originally was about 9 stone 9 or 9 stone 7. So my now what I would describe as my perfect weight. But at the time, because I was thinking, oh man, like I can't go to the group anymore because I've already lost. I can't losing. Oh, I wish I could just lose a bit more, a bit more. So I managed to pull it back quite quickly because I'm quite a strong-minded person. But I must admit, straight after I reached my target weight, I would still look in the mirror and feel fat, which is weird. It was kind of like my brain hadn't caught up with the fact that it's like my brain hadn't, it was still stuck in Charlie Fatland, of that habit of years of looking in the mirror and thinking, oh, I'm awful, I'm awful, I'm awful. When I reached my target weight, I was still so critical of myself, which was really disappointing because it was a bit sad for me. I found it difficult because if you've just gone through an amazing process and done so well, and then at the end of it, you're still not satisfied with your body, I think that what would have helped is that at the very beginning when I started, I mean, I was only 16, but at the very beginning, I think I needed to be serious with myself and say, look, I'll be realistic. Just because I want to lose 5 stone, which I thought was impossible, but at the end of the day, if I get down to that weight that I want to be down to, I might not look like, I don't know, Claudia Schiffer. Alright, so I lost weight and I did not look like Angelina Jolie, for example, because my body is my body, and I had lost weight, and I still had my stretch marks from when I was big, and I suddenly didn't just transform into this supermodel, even though my weight was low. And really, you need to understand that no matter how much weight that you lose, there's no perfect body. So the last thing that I would want anybody to do is follow my advice and get down to target weight and get healthy and happy, but then feel like, oh, what's now? What now? Like, what do I do now? I want to lose more and more and more, because then you get into the realms, it's quite dangerous. You get into the realms of borderline body dysmorphia. And to be honest, after all that work, don't disappoint yourself like that. Don't do that to yourself, and don't do it to family members around you, because I still remember my mum looking very worried when I came back to the north of England from London once, and I was very slim, like a size 8. I was wearing size 8 jeans, and I said that it was the shop that made the size 8 jeans a bit big. And I didn't, I caused a lot of worry for people. Again, I snapped out of it quite quickly, but I think you need to understand now, don't go too far. Set a target weight, and be happy with it. Like, even if your target weight, even if you're very large now and your target is just to lose 2 stone, don't think that everybody needs to be a size 8 or 12, or you don't really. You need to just be at a weight that makes you feel happy. But if you feel like you're starting to get addicted to the exercise, or addicted to or if you're getting too restrictive with your eating because you just want to lose more and more weight, you have to have a trigger. So what I would suggest you do with point 9 is, on a different piece of paper, please write yourself a letter. Write yourself a letter saying, dear, insert your name. Tell yourself right now how you're feeling and what you want to achieve and how you think you're going to feel when you get to your target weight, or even if you lost a stone, how it would make you feel. Tell yourself why you're doing it. This sounds really weird, and it sounds a little bit Oprah, but trust me, keep that letter in a sealed envelope. Tell yourself in that letter, don't go too far, you're a beautiful person, you're great, and if you were to get down to your target weight, please tell yourself to appreciate all of your hard work, because that letter might stand between you doing this in a very healthy manner and you sort of going too far. And you'll know what I mean if you embark on this journey. You will get that buzzing feeling, and a lot of the buzzing feeling comes down to the fact that people are going to be complimenting you. Wow, somebody who hasn't seen you for a week might be like, wow, you look amazing, you look great. And the compliments get addictive. So you think that the more weight that you lose, the more compliments that you get. I sincerely hope that you don't have any issue with this side of it at all. Obviously, I'm not a medical practitioner. I'm literally just telling you as a civilian what worked for me. And considering that many people in this world are now morbidly obese, I don't think it's harmful for me to share my experiences, because I'd never tell you to do anything unhealthy. I'm an intelligent person and I know right from wrong, so I would never tell you to do anything that's out of order or that you shouldn't be doing. I mean, even like with this stuff, which is it's sort of like sin-free on this diet, it's guilt-free, but at the same time it's full of aspartame, and that's not good for you either. So if there is any sort of information that you do need, or anything in any of the foods that I recommend, if there is a dark side to it, I will always make you know about that. I haven't put it in this list of targets, but also if you're allergic to anything, some of my recipes might have it in. But then, if you are allergic to anything, just make a note of it, and I'll recommend a substitute.